Sibu is the creator god of the Indians of Costa Rica. It's a god that's worshipped all the way from the foothills of the Andes Mountains all the way into Central America. Nothing can be sustainable unless it's related to the culture. Cacao has been grown here for about 3,000 or 3,500 years. When we discovered that cacao had been abandoned and that this would be an alternative for people to make a livelihood, not only from producing cacao beans and selling them at market prices, but to give the added value here and to produce a chocolate that would be the same quality as European chocolate, then we decided to get into this.
When you talk to people, just a regular person on the street, about biological corridors and sustainability and origin, you get this blank look on most people's faces. But when you give somebody a chocolate, you've got their attention. And you can explain why is this chocolate important to the environment? Why is this chocolate important to a region, to a history, to a country, to an industry? Even as small as an operation as we are, working with a final product in the country generates lots of different side jobs and side benefits that perhaps can be seen as more beneficial than just simply working on an export on a commodity.
When you produce something that grows inside the rainforest, you make sure that it's being produced in a sustainable way. That's the first step. Number two, we're producing something that grows inside the rainforest. So the presence of cacao trees is actually allowing for the conservation of the forest. Also, when you try to be carbon neutral in a small factory, and when you try to generate as many jobs as possible, pay higher salaries, and educate people, you're being sustainable too. We also source most of our ingredients from small farmers in the area, and we try to buy everything, if possible, from organic farms. What's important is organic agriculture is a matter of justice. We're very happy consuming cheap food, but in order to produce cheap food, you need to use fertilizers, you need to use pesticides, you need to do it in a massive way. So you destroy forests, you destroy habitats, and in the end, who ends up paying for all of that cheap food are the communities that live around those areas, who will have to drink water that's full of pesticides, or their children will be born with malformations, birth defects, and future generations and wildlife also end up paying for our cheap food. So paying a little bit more simply means that we care about the environment.